bum bum dee 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 dum bum dee 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 dum bum dee dee da da da. Hi everyone, another Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show because this is a special weekend. Well, yesterday we listened to Sylvia's mother, and if you saw that, you will remember maybe a few things. You'll probably remember that I actually called it a perfect performance, and that's something I so rarely do because as a performer myself, I feel like nearly always there is some little area which could perhaps be made better, or should I even say more perfect? But this one, it felt so right, and it felt like to tweak anything would destroy the balance, and so I chose to call it a perfect performance. Well, of course, that was my first exposure to this band with this strange title, Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. Funny thing is, if you're on my Coffee and Patreon pages, you know that I have been just recently moved to the next Beatles album, which is, let's see if I can remember the whole unwieldy name. It is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Right. And every time I say it, I feel like I'm afraid I might drop some part of it because there are so many things strung together. Anyway, and as I was doing my reading about the first song by that title, would you know it, Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show came up in the text I was reading as another example of a funny name. Well, truth is, I'm a bit curious now. Is there any reason behind Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show name? Because I discovered some pretty fun things about Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Well, tonight's format is going to be just slightly different because Vlad has told me that I ought to watch a live performance of this piece. I don't know what it is yet. First, and then I will read about it. And then we'll proceed from there however I choose to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is listen and watch a live performance. Let's do that.
Hello out there, Austria.
Oh, Ray.
How's your cheese? It's really good to be in here in Vienna. Cheese and sausage is always nice.
Oh, you want to say it? No, don't do it. I don't believe it.
Vienna.
Don't touch me. Hey, Ray. Hey, Sugar. Tell them who we are.
Well, we're big rock singers, we got golden fingers, and we're loved everywhere we go.
That sounds like us.
We sing about beauty and we sing about truth at $10,000 a show.
Right.
We take all kind of pills to give us all kind of thrills, but the thrill we've never known is the thrill that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone.
Wanna see my picture on the cover?
Stone.
Wanna buy 5 copies for my mother?
Stone.
Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone?
That's a very, very good idea.
I got a freaky old lady named a
I like
cocaine
that.
kitty who embroiders on my jeans. I got my poor old gray-haired daddy driving my limousine.
Now it's all designed to blow our
Great choice
minds,
of words.
but our minds won't really be blown like the blow that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone.
Wanna see our pictures on the cover? Wanna buy 5 copies for our mothers? Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone? Hey, I don't know. Rock and roll!
Oh, that's beautiful.
We got a lot of little teenage blue-eyed groupies who'll do anything we say. We got a genuine Indian guru. He's teaching us a better way. We got all the friends that money can buy, so we never have to be alone. And And we keep getting richer, but we can't get our picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. Wanna see my picture on the cover? Wanna buy 5 copies for my mother? Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone? On the cover of the Rolling Stone. Wanna see my picture on the cover? Wanna buy 5 copies for my mother? Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone?
Right up front, man. I can see it now. We'll be on the front smiling, man. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's hilarious. And what a contrast to Sylvia's mother. I mean, first we have this heartbroken, falling apart, just aching song, and then we have this clowning around and just I don't know, they're having fun, but more than that, they are doing such a great job of balancing a bit of acting, entertainment, along with the music and the humor and poking fun at themselves in a way that is kind of allowing them to complain a bit to their audience, brag a bit. It's a great balance between them all. I guess maybe it's just because I'm in the middle of this Beatles project, but I feel like there are some cross references, some allusions there. This whole that line that made me laugh. We got a genuine Indian guru who's teaching us a better way, and I immediately thought of the Beatles and George Harrison and all their diving into Indian music, philosophy, so forth. And so they are poking fun at this entire concept of a rock band. You know, what is it that makes a rock band? You know, referencing the drug use, referencing the exploration of Indian philosophy, the guitar, the expensive shows. Well, makes the money. But we're not quite big time. We're not the Beatles yet. Come on, man. We don't have our cover on the Rolling Stone. And they're doing it in such a comical manner. It's great. I guess I should read whatever there is to read next. So here we go. The cover of Rolling Stone is a song written by Shel Silverstein and first recorded by American rock group Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. Produced by Ron Hafkin and released in 1972. It was the band's third single and peaked at number 6 on the US pop chart for 2 weeks on March 17 through 24 of 1973. The song satirically laments that the band had not appeared on the cover of the Rolling Stone, a magazine that focuses on music, politics, and popular culture. And I guess my great familiarity with the Rolling Stone is that many of these pieces that I'm listening to on this channel are ranked by Rolling Stone. And that is my awareness of the magazine for the most part, is that they rank all these songs and bands. The song's success led to the band appearing on the cover of the March 1973 issue of Rolling Stone, albeit in caricature. Fitting, I should say. I mean, what a great sequence of events and complaint, and Rolling Stone says, oh, hey, let's feature them because they did a great job in caricature, because it's all funny anyway, isn't it? Okay, well, let's go back and listen to it again and just explore it a bit. Have some fun with it.
I don't believe
I like this way that it starts out with this joking around
Hey, Ray.
business.
Hey, Sugar, tell them who we are.
Hey, Ray.
Well, we're big
Tell 'em who
rock
we are.
singers. We got gold.
And he steps in. Well, we're big rock singers. Tell them who we are. Okay, I'll tell them who we are. And obviously, it's a joke coming up.
Don't touch me. Hey, Ray. Hey, Sugar. Tell them who we are.
Well, we're big rock singers, we got golden fingers, and we're loved everywhere we go.
That sounds like us.
We sing about beauty and we sing about
Sing about
truth.
beauty and we sing about truth.
$10,000 a show,
At
right?
$10,000
We
a
take
show.
all kind of pills to
And this interjection, right, yeah, you got it right. You're telling us, okay.
sing about truth at $10,000 a show, right? We take all kind of pills.
And I like the way the bass comes in. Let's see. Well, most of this is basically bum bum dee 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 dum bum dee 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 dum bum dee dee da da dum, and then, then this comes in at that moment, just as we're starting to feel like which it kind of is, isn't it? It's supposed to be. The whole thing is, it's not serious. It's not deep in any way. It's just fun and funny and goofy, hilarious, clowning around. I mean, even the way that I saw them acting on stage was like, they're just throwing together a little funny bit of a show for people to laugh at.
True at $10,000 a show, right? We take all kind of pills to give us all kind of thrills, but the thrill we've never known is the thrill that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
On the cover of the Rolling Stone, and the way it drops down there. This bass, thump, 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 thump. I haven't even noticed. Is there even any drums in here? I wasn't really noticing any. But the bass is carrying it along. And actually, towards the end of my first time listening through just a couple moments ago, I started thinking, there is something about this which almost feels like it's trying to, not even trying to, but it's almost a sort of bluegrassy, fiddle, mountain music, maybe even just a hint of old style country thrown in there. There's something about it that has a bit of that vibe here. Which is kind of funny because they're talking about being rock musicians.
A show, right? We take all kind of pills to give us all kind of thrills, but the thrill we've never known is the thrill that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. Wanna see my picture
what a
on the
chorus!
cover?
Rolling
Wanna buy 5
Stone.
copies for my mother? Wanna see my smiling face on the cover
The
of
vanity
the
of it all.
Stone.
Here, doesn't this sound on the cover? Even the way it gets a bit nasally in their harmony on the cover of the Rolling Stone, it just sounds so countrified there, doesn't it?
5 copies for my mother. Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone. That's a very, very good idea.
That's a very
I got
good
a
idea.
freaky old lady named
This when he steps up to the mic and starts singing, and it's such a contrast in voice from the nasally cover of the Rolling Stone and the nasally sound, and then here comes this deep voice, and it's not just the deep voice, it's the subject matter. I got a freaky old lady named Cocaine Katie, and it's this reference. Well, we heard it earlier with what was it, the pills that give us all kinds of thrills? Again, it's coming in. The stereotypical rock band. Perhaps we might even say the stereotype that all the grown-ups were afraid of. It's almost like they're embracing the stereotype a bit for their fans, for their audience, and saying, yeah, if you want to call us that, if your parents say that's who we are, fine, let's be that. And here, let me tell you how life really is. It has this bit of We'll make fun of ourselves and we'll embrace ourselves and the caricature of ourselves all at once.
That's a very, very good idea.
Funny little squeak as they come out
I
of there.
got a freaky old lady named a cocaine kitty who embroiders on my jeans. I got my poor old gray-haired daddy driving my limousine.
Now it's all designed.
The bass voice, one of the things that's so great about this is the interjection commentary. I mentioned, I just pointed out that funny little squeak that one of them gives off as he comes out of the chorus, and then kind of, that's a very, a very good idea, and a bit of laughter, ha ha ha, and then here comes this deep part, and then
Daddy driving my limousine.
Now it's all designed to blow our minds, but our minds won't really be blown. Like the blow that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
on the cover of the, again, Rolling Stone. It's so good. It's so funny. And this whole idea that at the same time as they're poking fun and kind of embracing even the stereotype of who they are, who a rock band is, what a rock band is, there's also this idea that they are, and it's done so well here, they are kind of dismissing that. I got all this stuff, and it's okay. If you want to say that's what I am, that's what I am, But it really doesn't, it's not what you think it is. That's not the life that I want. I want my picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. That's when I feel like I've really made it. It's not the lifestyle. It's not the money. It's not the drugs. It's not the philosophy. It's not any of that. It's, man, I want to be recognized as a legitimate, a big deal rock musician. And the only way for me to feel like that is to see my picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. And if I don't have that, this other stuff is, why are we even talking about it?
Like the blow that'll get you when you get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. Wanna see our pictures on the cover? Wanna buy 5 copies for our
What are we doing singing about Rolling
Wanna
Stone?
see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
So country there.
I
And
know.
this
Rock and roll.
that little
Oh, that's beautiful.
We got a lot of
isn't this good? What is it? How to get my picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone is kind of the idea here. I want to see her pictures on the cover. I want to buy 5 copies for my mother. I want to see my smiling face. Hey, I know, rock and roll. Well, maybe that's why we have this more country music style. It's supposed to sound kind of like a, I don't know, small town, backwoods band wishing for fame, right? And so you've got this little honky-tonk piano, dum-dum, dee-dee-dee-dee, and the traditional style sounding voice and all of this. Not even any drums. There's not the identifying instrument of rock and roll. Well, we haven't even heard much guitar yet. And then suddenly, hey, I know rock and roll. I guess this is really where we start hearing.
Hey, I know how.
I know how. The crowd cheers.
Oh, that's
Some
beautiful.
horrible noise on the
got a
guitar.
lot of little teenage.
It's such a great moment. Just so a little bit of, I don't know, static from the guitar. And then, oh, that's beautiful. The sarcasm of it all. It just jumps out at me.
We got a lot of little teenage blue-eyed groupies who do
Okay,
anything
we got the
say.
classic stereotypical
We got a
audience.
genuine Indian guru.
The
He's
group,
teaching us a better
just like the
way.
Beatles.
We got all
Ding,
the
ding,
friends
ding.
that money can buy, so we never have to be alone. And we keep getting richer, but we can't get our picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. Wanna see my picture on the cover? Wanna buy 5 copies for my
A little bit of that
mother?
run in there.
Wanna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone? On the cover of the Rolling Stone. Wanna see my picture on the cover? Wanna buy 5 copies for my mother?
Layering of the commentary and the chorus and the.
Cover of the Rolling Stone.
Right up front, man. I can see it now. Put me out front, smiling, man. Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. So good. So funny. Okay. I haven't said much about the music. Well, why? There's not much to say, really. It's really quite stereotypical. I mean, we've got this da da dum bum dee dee da da dum ba dee dee da da dum ba da dee da da dum, something sort of like that, and that's pretty much what the song is made up of, right? You can probably bash along with it if you have a mandolin, if you have a fiddle, if you have some spoons, if you have some hands to clap, if you have, a maraca or a tambourine or something like that. You can squawk a few notes on the guitar, you can whatever, right? There's not a lot musically other than your classic stereotypical song format that you hear in bluegrass, in country, even in a lot of the, should I say, folk religious type music, the sort of thing you might hear in a country church singing gathering, something like that. It's that sort of music, but it's perfect because, again, it's all about the stereotype. It's all about the comical element. It's all about the message of it fits perfectly within that context, and it is enhanced by that music. And so that's really what I've got to say about it. The brilliance of it is how it's being applied and what is being sung with it, and the performance delivery of it, which is perfect. It's great fun. Well, this has been fun and funny, entertaining, which I guess is the whole goal of the song, right? What a great weekend. 2 intensely different pieces of music, and both of them really great. Now I'm curious, are these kind of the quintessential Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show songs, or do they have a whole repertoire of similarly well-presented material? I've got to check them out some more in the future. After these 2 pieces, I guess I would say, well, cover of the Rolling Stone. I wouldn't call it perfect in itself like I called Sylvia's Mother perfect. But this music is perfectly applied for the purpose. And as much as I'm a serious musician, I love fun and I love funny. And this is lighthearted and a bit tragic at the same time. It somehow appeals to my love of the humorous. So, great fun.
But hey, they got what they wanted.
And that's what's even better about it. this complaint about them not being on the cover of the Rolling Stone, suddenly they become big time. They get on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Well, now what are you going to complain about? I suppose nothing? Now they feel like they're a real legitimate band? They got the recognition they want? Who knows? Anyway, a lot of fun. So that has been my first exploration into Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. I do need to find out now what the story is behind that band's name, because Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show, I mean, it's the whole thing is kind of this traveling showman, almost it's almost itself makes me think of kind of, you know, snake oil salesman sort of thing. The idea of we're presenting a show. It's a show. It's a medicine show. I don't know. It's funny to me. And now I gotta know why they named it that. If anybody can tell me, please let me know in the comments. I'll be exploring it as well. And I'll see you all soon.